Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Ahead of Curve. And this is a special edition, and we're going to continue our series on small government, county government, local government, whatever you want to call it, 101.
Yeah, it's specifically Shelbyville, Tennessee government.
Yeah, today is. Last week we talked about Bedford County government. Now we're going to talk about the city government. We're going to talk about it specifically, how it's divided up. And let's start out, Bo. We've got 6 wards. And those wards are similar to districts, just like the county has.
Right.
So you have 6 geographic areas in the city of Shelbyville, and you have 1 representative for each ward.
You got one. That's what differs from the county. You got 1 representative in each ward, and they're all separated into 6 wards that are contained within the Shelbyville city limits.
Right. So I posted this on Facebook a little bit earlier this week. So if you want to check out which ward you live in, you can go to our Facebook page and see the map, and also have a reference there of who your representative is. Now, Ward 1 is represented by Henry Feldhouse. Ward 2 is represented by Marilyn Ewing. Ward 3 is Gary Hale. Ward 4, William Christie. Ward 5, Stephanie Isaacs. And Ward 6 is Rick Overcast. So you've got these 6 councilmen.
Right.
Let's talk about the councilmen. Basically, the city council basically runs the city of Shelbyville as far as all decision making.
They do. They meet once a month, but in official meeting, but they have several study sessions throughout the month, just to kind of go over all the information that comes up. But they are the governing body. They make the decisions. They vote on them. It has to be, but they are the gogoverning body that makes all.
So you've got boards and you've got other committees that bring recommendations to the
planning
council.
Commission.
Yeah, right. And you're on the planning commission.
I'm on the planning commission. We make recommendations to the
and the council approves it or disapproves it.
Exactly. Or they can send it back for further study.
Right. So they basically make all those decisions like that as far as ordinances and zoning decisions and.
They're involved.
Permits and all that stuff. They do it.
Right. There's some things that the planning office, zoning office can do in-house, but whenever things that need to be voted on, it usually goes to the planning commission, then to the to the city council.
So the strength of our city is right there. The 6 council members. Okay.
That's right.
So we have a mayor. Our current mayor is Mr. Wallace Cartwright.
Yes, he is.
This is his 3rd term, I believe.
He's been in there for a while.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Love him. Great man.
Yeah, and he's done an outstanding job over the years.
He sure has.
We've got, our mayor is not like our county mayor. He's not the CEO of the city.
Right.
We have a city manager that the council appoints or hires. Okay.
Right.
Our mayor, though, however, resides over the council meetings. And I'm sure he attends study sessions and all the different meetings and functions, so he knows what's going on.
He's a part of some of these separate boards, too. Also.
Right. But he resides over that meeting where he keeps everything in order. He has a voice at the meetings, but he doesn't have a vote or a veto. He can, however, break a tie if there's a tie.
And I think you described it maybe as a ceremonial type position.
Right.
And I think that's a good way to kind of...
That's the wording in our charter, our city charter.
Right.
If you pull it up, he's our ceremonial leader. So if Channel 4 News comes down here wanting to interview somebody at the city of Shelbyville, they're running to Mr. Cartwright.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's your face. He's your mouthpiece. And also, he makes appointments. That's an important job for him. He's got an important job, but as far as the day-to-day operations like the county mayor does, the city mayor is more visiting and kind of a political position instead of an executive decision maker.
And I see him more as a ambassador for our city.
Exactly.
He's the PR guy. He's the guy that gets out there and shakes hands with people. And, I'm sure people call him all the time with problems and concerns, and he has to deal with it,
Well, then, so you've got the mayor, then you got the city manager. And the city manager, he runs all the day-to-day operations, but he doesn't run the city either. Remember, it's the city council, so he goes in front of them. They hire him, actually.
Yeah, he serves at their will. He serves at the will of the council. So
that's right.
We got an election for our city, which will be coming up in November.
Yes.
It's not a part of the upcoming election.
No,
a lot of people have been asking me, where's the city ballot?
It's a little confusing.
It's coming out, but it'll be in November.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
it'll be
coming. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of people to get on the ballot, and we'll talk to you about those later. But this is our general layout of our city government. And from the city government, we have a fire department, we have a parks and recreation department, we have a police department, and we have the zoning, and we have public works. We have a miniature version of the county basically taking place in the city, but their jurisdiction is the city limits of Shelbyville.
That's right.
Now, I would like to talk to our two fire chiefs, our county fire chief and our city fire chief, and our sheriff and our chief of police, and see how they intersect a lot of times, because we are in the county, so the county has jurisdiction in the city as well.
Well, I tell you that you know, being on the planning commission, I do know that our police chief and our fire chief, our police chiefs Jan Phillips and Matt Doak, the fire chief, they are actively involved in all planning decisions.
Right.
They attend the pre-planning, and I've seen them at meetings throughout. So they keep, you know, they've got a difficult job as police and fire chief, but then they're also keeping the pulse of everything going on. So I think they ought to be commended.
Well, they know the layout. They're out there on the street constantly, and they know the layout and all the concerns that would be there. So that makes sense. But you can kind of see our city government is broke down to where every resident in the city has a representative, and that's so important. Find out what ward you're in, find out who your representative is, and if you have problems, call them, talk to them. So our council people, I'll say people because we have two ladies serving right now.
Yes, we do.
They are that link to its citizens.
That's right.
And they are
they vote for their constituents.
Right.
If you live in a certain district, you look on the map.
Ward.
Yeah. I know. I do that too. In a certain ward, you can go to that, and that councilman representative is going to vote on behalf of the constituents, not on the behalf of.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
That's right.
All right. Well, I hope this clears up a little bit about our city government. And just a reminder, and we've talked about this before, you do live in the city of Shelbyville, but you also live in Bedford County.
That's
so
right.
You need to take part in the Bedford County election. We have early voting going on now. Our election is August the 4th. Be on the lookout for our coverage on that, and we'll be doing that live to give you the results
like
of that.
we did on the primary. Make sure to tune in for that.
Yeah.
Always good info, and you'll get the info probably faster than anywhere else here.
Yeah.
So
if you have any questions about city government or county government, just send us a message on Facebook, and if we don't know the answer, we'll look it up for you and find out and try to inform you. But thanks for watching, Bo. Thanks for sitting down again with us. We'll see you again real soon.